he was.
What was great, I want to tell you what he said in the store, though, because after he said, how long have you worked here? I'm like, Dave, what the fuck are you doing in the Nike store at the Grove at 10 a.m. in the morning? He said, doing some fucking podcast, and I thought I better get a pair of sneakers.
No way! The same reason. He's like, I need to, I don't know, a podcast. That's fucking great.
Unbelievable, right?
That's so funny that he's like, I got to do a podcast. Podcasts are making 2 late night legends.
Back in the day, there would be like Evel Knievel. Do you remember Evel Knievel?
I grew up with a stepdad that loved Evel Knievel.
Right. Okay.
So we would watch him try. Yeah, I think that's what you say about Evel Knievel. He tried a lot.
You know, the thing about Evel Knievel is like one of the reasons I wanted to be an American was Evel Knievel, because I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's fucking nuts.
It is.
And he's great, and he just goes at it. And that's when...
He's like, you want to watch me jump this river?
And it was on the wide world of sports.
It was on one of the 4 channels.
Yeah, and back then, getting fucked up and riding on a motorcycle was a sport.
It was great.
It was a sport. You could jump... I know a story about Evel Knievel.
I'd love to hear it.
Well, it's a little tricky.
Okay.
But so I'm going to disguise who it's coming from a little bit, because there's still people around. But this is a story about Evel Knievel. Like, he's doing a jump, and I knew somebody who was really good friends with him.
Okay.
It was somebody who knew somebody who was really good friends with him. So he does this jump, right? You go to the top of the jump, and they're looking at the jump before he does it. It's like 25 double-decker buses in London or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And they're looking at the jump, and Evel's looking at it, and this other guy's looking at it, and the other guy goes, you can't do that. And he went, yeah, I know. He went, what? He said, yeah, I know I can't do it, but everybody's here.
That's so...
I was like, fuck. And so they're watching it. He does the jump, fucking last bus, bam, fucking...
Yeah, that drag. Yeah, the way his body always is just like...
And he does that, and he lands there, and this guy that I'm not going to say who it is, he runs over, and he's like, oh my God, he's dead. And he runs over, and they get the helmet up, and Evel Knievel says to this guy, hey, get that broad out of my room, will you?
That's so funny.
He's worried about his wife coming when he was dead.
I just remembered I fucked the waitress from the Playboy Club.
There's a broad in my room. Get her out before my wife gets here.
He goes, before the road rash sets in. Could you get that fucking slut out of my room?
Oh my God.
I left her drinking champagne and doing coke off a midget.
No, we don't say
little
that.
Person.
Yeah, there you go.
Little person.
That's not so great about it is the authenticity. What happened when I was doing late night, people that became my friends, like really became friends, were weird. Some of them were very big fucking stars. I became really friendly with Carrie Fisher, who was fucking...
Princess Leia.
It was unbelievably nice woman.
And one of the best cameos in 30 Rock.
Right.
One of the best episodes of 30 Rock is her coming back as a writer.
Great. She was great. It was one night she had done a tour of Australia, and she came back to the show, and she was just talking about it, and she said, I got you something when I was in Australia. I was like, you did? She did. She got me a pair of dried kangaroo testicles.
What a good gift.
It was beautiful.
Did you ever think in the 70s when you were in Scotland that Princess Leia would give you a sack of nuts?
I had some ideas, but...
You thought you were going to try out different nuts.
I didn't think she'd be handing me testicles from a kangaroo, but it all worked out.
But I understand, because what you're basically doing is you're living in this sort of nap dream that is your life.
Yeah.
The best movies of all time.
Yep.
Also, just funny. He really goes, what did multiple Migs say to you? He said, I could smell your...
Yeah.
Funny, I cannot. It's like one of the most favorite Anthony Hopkins lines.
Here's a great fucking Anthony Hopkins. So he told me the story himself. He said, as he was talking about that movie, and he was very excited when the movie came out. He said, oh, it made me a worldwide star, you know. He's got an Oscar for Majesty Oscar, and I got to meet Her Majesty the Queen. And he was talking that, and he said, and when it came out, what he used to do was he would go to movie theaters where it was playing, and wait till the credits rolled at the end, and then he would lean forward and say to someone, did you enjoy that?
That's crazy. That would fuck me up.
I know.
If Hannibal Lecter...
Yeah, you're like, did you enjoy that?
Go, I don't... You go, yeah.
You would do your own fucking focus pull thing. You would do that.
That's what I miss about the old system. Was that Bill Murray could go to a wedding at a hotel bar and buy a drink and go, no one will believe you that this happened. He would say that to people.
Yeah.
He would fuck with them and he'd go, no one will believe you, need to leave. But now everyone's got camera phones.
I know.
So now Anthony Hopkins would have had a line down the theater of people going, can I get a selfie real quick?
Yeah.
Instead of just, someone walks around and goes, you know, I saw Silence of the Lambs and Anthony fucking Hopkins was sitting behind me.
Yeah. Dave's story. This is fucking great. So Dave is a complicated guy. I don't think that's going to make the news if I say that. You know,
I think that's been written in at least 7 books.
Yeah, he's a complicated guy, but the reason I was able to do late night was because of Dave, because he owned the time slot. He physically owned it.
Well, because he got fucked over,
right?
And then he was like, "Guess what? I'll make your life a living hell, and I'll go to CBS."
And they gave him 2 hours, so CBS couldn't do much about me because Dave owned the time slot.
Really?
Yeah, and because Dave owned the time slot. And Dave was making his own show. He's not paying attention. CBS aren't paying attention. So I've got fucking dancing horse, robot skeleton.
Yeah, I was going to say the robot. Is that when you bust out the robot?
Yeah.
You go, guys, I'm pretty sure we put a robot. We won't even get it out.
Nobody's even coming. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Let's get the fucking robot out.
Yeah.
But it was an odd kind of feeling because I've always revered Dave, and I still do. And
he's the cool.
I'm a little scared of him.
He's my friend's cool older brother.
Yeah,
because I would say Conan was the one that I took possession of.
Okay,
that was like growing up with The Simpsons.
Yeah,
him starting at that time was the time that I was staying up late.
Yep,
and I was like, oh, and he was silly in a way that I went. It's like a band. Again, it's like a band that you claim ownership
right,
of.
You become part of the...
Conan is my guy.
Right. So Dave, if I had anyone,
sure,
it was Dave. I didn't really have anyone because I didn't grow up here. But Dave, I was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking great. He's a genius and all that stuff. And he is.
He's kind of an asshole, which I really like.
So anyway, so about 2 years ago, I was in LA and I was doing a podcast. I can't remember what podcast it was, but I was doing somebody's podcast and it was being filmed and I was like really fucking grungy. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a new pair of sneakers at least. I want to get a pair of sneakers. So I go to the Grove. Yeah. I think if I go to the Nike store at the Grove, just when it opens at 10 a.m., I'll get a pair of sneakers. Nobody there. I'll be able to get it done. So I go to the Nike store at the Grove at 10 a.m. They open the doors and I walk in and I'm looking at the sneakers and I feel his hand on my shoulder. And I turn around, it's fucking David Letterman. What? And he said, this is the most beautiful thing, he said, how long have you worked here?
That's great. That is great.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
That's great. He was always, to me, that is exactly who Letterman is. He's got the best joke at the right time. And it's like when I know a lot of people in hindsight were like mad at him for doing that to Paris Hilton. But when Paris Hilton gets out of jail and then tries to go sell her perfume, and then Dave is like, got any good story? He just immediately says something where you go, he is the coolest, funniest in the moment.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to own, when he thought, you know what, that wasn't great. He was okay about that.
He was.
What was great, I want to tell you what he said in the store though, because after he said, how long have you worked here? I'm like, Dave, what the fuck are you doing in the Nike store at the Grove at 10 a.m. in the morning? He said, doing some fucking podcast, and I thought I better get a pair of sneakers.
No way! The same reason. He's like, I need to, I don't know, a podcast. That's fucking great.
Unbelievable, right?
That's so funny that he's like, I got to do a podcast. Podcasts are making 2 late night legends.
Go to the Nike store.
Just buy some Nike Airs at fucking 10 in the morning.
I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking weird.
If anyone's angry about podcasting, look what it's done to your heroes.
Yeah.